Hey everybody, here we are with Module 7, Lesson 24. It's page 187 in your Succeed book. And what we're going to be doing today is working on the line plot. So we are going to be taking the data that's in the table at the top about hand span, remember, and we're going to be putting it down here on this number line. We're going to create a line plot. Now you can see here I erased. I made my X's too big and I'm never going to be able to fit them all in. So I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. And I also think I'm going to start with number 6 because there's 10 at 6. Remember, with tally marks, the slanted line makes 5. So we have 5 and 5 is 10. So I need to be able to make 10 here and make them fit. So I'm going to be making my X's a little bit smaller. Here we go. We're going to make one X for each tally mark. I have 10 tally marks. I need 10 X's. So kind of small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Phew, just fit. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You do want to make sure you're not going over too far so that it blends in with where the next number should be. All right, now that I've got my 10, I'm going to go back and do how many people had 5 inches. Again, the slanted line means this group is 5, 6, 7. So I only need 7 here, and I'm going to try to line them up with what I have on the 6 because I want to be able to compare my columns. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. So I want to be able to see without counting that this is more than this. So I'm trying to line them up because if I make my X's much bigger, for instance, on number 7, I've only got 3. So if I made really big X's, it would look like it was almost the same as this, and we don't want that. So even though I've only got to fit 3 for 7 inches, I'm going to make them about the same size as 6 inches. 1, 2, 3. So when I look at it, I can see that 5 inches was more common than 7 inches, and that 6 inches certainly had the most, because now I'm coming up here to 8 inches, and there was only one student who had an 8-inch hand span. So when I look at my columns, I should be able to see right away which one has the most, which one has the least. And if there are any that are the same, because if there are some that are the same, we really want it to look right about the same on our line plot. So we want to try to keep them small enough, try to keep them all about the same size. Going on down to the bottom, describe the pattern that you see in the line plot. So what pattern do we notice? As I'm looking at it, I can tell that the most children had 6 and that the second largest number was 5, and then it gets much smaller after that. Try to remember that these are all kids that are about the same age. They're in a class together. So as you're growing, you're going to be very similar to the other people in your group. So for the pattern, I'm going to say most students had 5 or 6-inch hand span. Well, I guess hand spans. But 6 inches had the most. So as we compare, definitely 6 is the most, but it's only 3 more than 5. And then these two are much smaller. So these two are the most, with 6 having the highest number. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the second page. So we're moving down now to page 188. Remember, if you need extra time, you can always pause. And same thing, only this time they're going to make us draw our line and number it. Okay? So use the data in the table to create a line plot and answer the questions. So this time, instead of handspan, it's the length of the right foot in centimeters. All right. So I am looking at this. Looks like there is 1 in each of those. So I need to draw my line plot. And if you have a ruler, you can use that. I do not have one here. I have my Post-its. I'm going to use that to draw a straight line. If you don't have a straight edge of any sort, you can just do your best. Nothing has to be perfect. So I've got a line, but what's missing? There are no numbers on my line. We're using pretty big numbers here in the table. Should I start my line plot at 0? That doesn't seem like a very good idea. I think I'm going to start at 17, which is where the table starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers I need to fit on here. So I am going to separate my line plot. I'm going to do 1 down the middle. And then I need to put 3 on either side. One of them can go here. One of them can go there. And then I need 2 more here and 2 more here. So I'm going to just do my best to divide my number line evenly. It's not going to be perfect. If you want to try to use a ruler and really make it 7 inches, you could do 1 inch for each, but that'd be fine. But okay, so I'm going to have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So again, I'm going to mark. I'm not actually sure that that's a mark, but it looks like. So I'm going to put 1 very small X down here at 17. How many do we need for 18? We need 2. So starting at the same size, same level, I'm going to put 2 X's at 18 centimeters. 19 has more. 19 has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, do you see it getting bigger and then coming back down? There's more of um, a peak or a triangle kind of in this than there was in the handspans. Here we have 20 and we have 6 people at 20 centimeters. So we're going to make 6 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here again, the slanted line needs 5 and 1 more. So we have 6 again at 21. Ooh, that one got a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Doing our best. 22 now only has 2. And 23 has, that doesn't look okay. And then 23 has 1. Now look at the pattern that we have. Again, these kids are about the same age, so their feet are going to be similar in size. So we have the most right here in the middle, and then it tapers off as it goes to either end, like that. So the pattern that I can see here is the numbers peak in the middle. And get smaller at the ends. So same as last time, these are the most, and then there's just a few down here and just a few down here. Um, on on the first page, there weren't any at the beginning, right? So it was kind of a big leap up. Nobody can have zero. They started at zero. Same thing here. No one would have zero. We would have no x's down at that end if we made our line plot all the way to zero. But this is where the important information is, right here. So if I have our line plot just covering those, this is kind of a normal peak you're going to see. Let's answer the rest of these questions then based on our either the line plot or the tally marks. How many feet are longer than 20 centimeters? Longer than 20. So would we include 20? Is 20 longer than 20? No. We're going to start here at 21. So we have 5 and 1 more is 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 feet are longer than 20 centimeters. So now, how many feet are shorter than 20? And again, are we going to include 20 in that? Is 20 shorter than 20? It's not. So when I'm coming up here, I'm not including 20. I'm only counting these up here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. How many feet are shorter than 20 centimeters? 7. So now you may create your own comparison question related to this data. You can write your own and answer it, or you can write mine and answer it. Here is my comparison question. How many more people had 19 or 20 centimeters than all the others combined? How many people had 19 or 20 centimeters? And then I want you to compare that with all the others. So I would be taking this group here and then comparing it to the other groups. How many? Oh, you know what? That's not going to be more. That's going to be fewer. I'm going to just change that. Sorry, I know you've already been writing, some of you. How many fewer people had 19 or 20 centimeters than all the others combined. So if you want to answer my question, that's fine. You should copy my question down and then write your answer underneath. If you want to write your own question, that's fine too. You're just going to compare either one measurement with another or a combination of measurements, something like that. But we want to know how many more or how many fewer, just so we can compare. You could just do something like how many more people had feet of 20 centimeters than 18 centimeters. You can do that, okay? But either write down my question and answer it, or write your own and answer it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.